Carolina Panthers and our home team. On the visiting sideline, a look at the Panthers head coach. These guys losers their last game, hoping to reverse that here. And on the home sideline, here is their head coach. His side chosen to host our final Thanksgiving game this season. So happy you could join us today. I'm Kate Scott with Brock Heward. It is time for some football. And Thursday night primetime is underway. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Here comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And they'll be led out by this dual-threat quarterback.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite and the game's most important position. And it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. They're throwing it. Has him on the quick hit him. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Now here's a look at his production from last week and the part he played in his offense's victory. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Setting up to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's down to almost, nope, actually going to give him the 30 here. Give him 25 on that play. And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
And this one is knocked away from the intended targets. Good start from the defense here as that incompletion brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They'll throw it. That's the line. He's going to run for it. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. And this is going to be hauled in for the touchdown. These guys finish up an excellent opening series. A very quick start here on Thursday night primetime. These guys not faced at all by this spotlight. In fact, Brock, dare I say they might be playing even better on this bigger stage.
Well, that was very, very well executed. And what you find, Kate, in these short weeks, the plans are simpler. You don't have as much time to put as much volume into your play sheet. So it's just that team that executes the little things better often ends up on top.
Visitors nothing.
Following a touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Brings in the kick at the 9. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. And it's going to be the man under center who brings him out, now in his 9th NFL season.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result. So expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Pass play coming here. Connects on the crosser. They're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down.
I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Well, no look on his first look of the game, and it's going to be second down.
Second down and 10.
Dropping back to throw. Pass brought in by Teteroa McMillan. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
And this just gets past the 20 before going out.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He brushed him off with ease. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They look to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
No doubt they take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Finds him on the crossing route. And they take him down right along the 30.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 30-yard line.
Hand off on 2nd and short. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. And this give not as fruitful. They're out quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense.
Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And the Panthers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, it'll put that opposing offense right back out there still reeling from that interception.
Now for the second time, we take a look at this Panther offense. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
They give it to him again. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Panthers first.
13 yards. And a Panther first down.
Another carry for him. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Panthers first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Drawing up the design keeper. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Another chance at 6. It's 2nd and goal. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Setting up the running back screen. He has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers parlay the interception into points. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. All set to go now from the 35. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window, don't risk yet another interception.
Caught quickly on the slant. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it third
down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today. Because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle. So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Back to the well again. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. That'll be the end of one here in our Thanksgiving night game. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back in a moment with more of the NFL on EA Sports. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Escapes the defender. He does it! Touchdown!
You know what a run like that does for everybody, for the play call, for the O-lineman, for the offense? It just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little jump, but we'll get explosive on the ground as well.
They'll try this extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys break that tie and now lead by 7. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Starting from the 5. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line.
Throwing out to the left. Cut! He's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Well, just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Brought in right side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 5 still to go here. This is second down.
Brings up second and 5. At the 40.
Throwing now off the play action. Complete right side. Burton has it. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Panthers first down.
Sticking to the air here. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Now we're on the counter. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. 3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. Out comes the kick team to attempt this field goal. Needs a good amount here, too. 51 yards away. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And it's not just a blip for him this year. He's been one of their go-to scorers on the ground as we get through the heart of this season, leading all quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. Rolling from the gun here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And this is going to be a pick 6. He's in for the Carolina touchdown. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers push their lead to 3. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And among dual threats in the NFL so far this season, there has been no equal. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards to this point. Back to the air following that pick 6. Complete out to the right. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
The 46-yard line.
They'll run here on 1st down. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll go play action. Finds his man over the middle. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So sensational work by a skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Now we'll see them try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And his guys take a 4-point lead. after the touchdown. They'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. Throwing the out route complete. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the 37.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
That's good.
A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake. In trouble now, and the ball is out. Scooped up by the defense. And they'll return it for a touchdown. These guys capitalize on the fumble with 6. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping up that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on the scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
They'll set up here for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And these guys drive their lead to 11.
28. Visitors 17.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return score. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Fields this one at the 3. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Panthers set to take the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Has some daylight through the 40. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Panther first down.
He's got it on the bootleg. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
16 yards. That's another Panthers first down.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
They're going play action. That one's complete, right side. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down. Following that incompletion, we've got an injured player on the field in need of a look from the trainers. And out comes the Panthers field goal unit. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. Hanging close, and it does find that right upright. No good. And it stays a 2-possession game at an 11-point margin.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he's been one who has wowed the league and made a lot of fantasy owners very happy, too. You can see he's leading all quarterbacks in passing here in November. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Plenty of points already, partner, as we have reached the 2-minute warning. More from Orlando coming up. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Back to throw. Finds him on the slant. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 32.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Finds his fullback. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Offense getting set. Here's first and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone on first. Finds a man right side. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out. Offense is set. This is second and 2.
Down at the 8-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
Throwing from the gun. Intercepted in the end zone.
Hey, Kay, you know as a quarterback, every decision he makes got consequence. Some good, some bad. But that one right there, throwing into double coverage, making that decision to force the issue into double coverage in the end zone, that's a consequence that pays dearly.
The Panther offense headed out to the field. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Carolina offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Here's the long back on the handoff. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with second and 1. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes second and 1. Working now from the gun. Connects downfield on target to Burton. And he's going to get him all the way up near that 30-yard line, Brock. Knocked down a step or 2 shy of it. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
So upon further review and a consultation from Game Day Central, the call overturned. The handoff on third and short. And he hauls this one up to the 11 before being stopped. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down. Here's a throw. Gets him on the in route. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
Complete to number 1. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and
They'll run now on second down. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our trip around the NFL starts now with a good divisional matchup in the black and blue NFC North. And this is the Bears quarterback. He's going to look deep and find his receiver. 30-yard touchdown. The Bears come away with a 4-point victory. With that, time to look at what's coming up later today and tonight and tomorrow during a busy Thanksgiving weekend of football. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
it's teed up, and we're off in quarter number 3. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. Sending him on the dive. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they head out to check on, looks like an injured Panther. Now nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Looking in the air here. Finds the in route complete. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down. Well, that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 45.
Throwing it again here. Finds him over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. About set. This is 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this is going to come to an end at the 32-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And down to the back. Got him a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
The give here on 2nd. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? He can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
At the 48-yard line.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Cut out left. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run it from the gun. And good for a gain of 4. It's 2nd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Short pass brought in. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. And you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Design quarterback run here. And nothing was going to help him escape that. He gets hit for a loss. 2nd down coming up.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses. But not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
Throwing on second. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up third down. Third and long for him here. Setting up the screen. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. Wow, and they're actually going to lose some yardage here as they fail to convert. Now they're facing fourth down. Well, the good part is he did bring that play to a stop. Unfortunately, looks like he got banged up on the tackle. He's in some discomfort out there. So on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal attempt. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. We have an injured player down there. Looks like it's a member of the Panthers in some discomfort. He puts one through the uprights, and now he'll send it towards the other end zone. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Throwing now off the play action. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5.
Brings up second and 5 at the 32-yard line.
Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Finds him quickly on the RPO. And he'll get them enough for a first down. New set of downs from 37. Lone back gets the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10, back to throw. And he is tagged right as he brings that one in, Brock. But a solid gain right up towards that midfield stripe. Dive play straight ahead. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10, here he is to throw. Jump off caught by his back. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. They'll work against the blitz. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
1 quarter left until we see who wins this game. And in honor of Coach, enjoy some turducken this fine Thanksgiving night. It's the Panthers who have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. Third down, they need 7. Throw here, third down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that gets them back to within 11.
That field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency here for this defense to get off the field.
He fields it from the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Back now, pressure coming. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll throw on 2nd and 10. Catch made over the middle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
82. It's a gain of 5. Brings
Third
up
down from the gun. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I'm just looking at this hourglass of sand, Kate, and realizing there's not much time left for this team. But the only chance they had was to create a sack right there. Give a little momentum to their offense, who now has no margin for error. You got to go score.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Carolina offense headed out now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Trying to throw this from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he gets this one out to the 40-yard line. All set now. 1st and 10.
12 yards. And the Panthers first down.
Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds his man over the middle. Nice work there to cancel out the penalty and then some. That's 9 yards, 2nd and 6 coming up.
A 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Hits him on the in route. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A 7-yard gain. That's good.
They are throwing it again. That's complete. Dialing up McMillan again. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Panthers first.
First down.
Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know what's interesting, Kate? Even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
He's going to throw it again. He's got a man left. And this one does not go far. Third down, line to gain 9 yards out.
2 yards. And it's 3rd.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
A gain of 12. First down, Carolina.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal, Carolina.
They'll try and punch it in. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Panthers now within 1 score in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
The Panthers.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete. He's almost there, but no, they stumped him at the last moment. He's going to be just inches shy of that two-point conversion. Making this a 5-point ball game. They kick it off. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. All right, they're out in sets. Here we go, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. He's in over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him.
Orlando, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Looking now from the gun. Short pass brought in. He's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
To number 83. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Pass play now. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play, and that gives him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Sticking to the air here. Throwing the outlet, complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
Throwing it again here. Completed over the middle. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. 7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. There's a dive up the middle. He's stopped at the 31-yard line. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. We've set it downs for them from the 31. Going to the ground again on 1st. And that one very short, only getting to the 27. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Quick throw to the left is complete. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Plowing up the middle. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they head out to check on, looks like an injured Panther. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Right up the gut. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up, shift the momentum a little here in the 4th. We reach the 2-minute warning from Orlando. These guys leading by 5. He'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. He has the touchdown. These guys make it a 2-possession game here in the 4th. should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
That one right down the middle. And his guys push the lead up to 12. Return coming from the 6. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Hits his running back. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. 2nd down. He's going to throw this one. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Still sticking with the passing game. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Brings up 3rd.
Throwing now. Pass brought in by Burton. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. First down, play action. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
This offense making its way back out now. Their winning streak a very impressive 9 games, and they lead here with a chance to take that streak to double digits. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Here's a design run. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And as the country celebrates what it is thankful for, Brock, these guys, well, they're thankful for leaving this one with a well-earned win.
Yeah, something is a little different on Thanksgiving. Something special for a lot of these guys. Playing their first Thanksgiving game, even their first holiday game. Something special about being tapped to play on this holiday. And it produced a heck of a win for them. They'll definitely remember.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. What a game for our winners as we say so long from Orlando.